No matter your age and no matter where you're located, Apple Watch still has the potential to save your life. Welcome everybody to AppleInsider. It is Andrew here, and you can find me on Twitter at Andrew_OSU. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe and enable those notifications so you don't miss any videos. Apple Watch has been out for some time, and with every update or every couple update, Apple continues to bolster its health and safety features. And after years of being on the market, we thought it'd be a good time to take stock of some of the ways that Apple Watch can save your life. We're going to go ahead and talk through several recent stories, real life stories of people whose lives were saved thanks to wearing their Apple Watch. Let's go ahead and talk through these. And if you're interested in learning more about any of these stories, getting more of the details, and reading other great stories about how Apple Watch saved lives, I put some links down below in the description. Starting out with a story about Laura, who is an Australian nursing student, and she was diagnosed with a thyroid issue, thanks in part to her Apple Watch. She noticed within the health app that her cardiovascular health had seen a sudden drop-off, saying, "It dramatically dropped, which means my cardiovascular system wasn't working as well as it once was." When she saw these levels dropping below what they should be, she quickly went to her medical professional who diagnosed her with a thyroid issue. She was on TikTok urging users to enable notifications for high heart rates, low heart rates, irregular heart rates, and cardio fitness. Because had she had those notifications on, she would have been diagnosed with this issue even earlier than she already was when she manually glanced inside of the health app. Then we have the story of a Michigan woman whose life was potentially saved thanks to her Apple Watch detecting a high heart rate. Apple Watch had detected her heart rate of 169 beats per minute and had alerted her because the most strenuous activity that she had undertaken that day was about 12 steps of stairs. She called her husband, who said that she should probably go to a hospital. So upon arriving at urgent care, they diagnosed her with a heart attack. She had had a heart attack earlier in the day, and it was a mild heart attack, so she had only had mild symptoms. And she just basically went on her day explaining away the mild side effects that she had had. So they had sent her in for additional tests, and it was revealed that she had a blockage in what's known as the widowmaker artery. It was very likely that she was going to suffer a second heart attack that could have been much more severe and possibly ended her life. Thanks to Apple Watch detecting that high heart rate, which led to the discovery of her initial heart attack and the blockage inside of her artery, she likely had her life saved. Another story happened back in September when a man in Singapore was involved in a catastrophic accident. He was driving his motorcycle down the road before he was struck by a van. Apple Watch detected a hard fall at around 8:20 in the evening when it contacted his emergency services about the incident. Additionally, the Apple Watch detected that after that hard fall, he was unresponsive and called emergency services for him. They arrived on the scene of the accident and were able to get him to the hospital, likely saving his life. The final story that I want to tell you about, it's fairly minor, but it's also one of my favorites. A man had fallen in his driveway. He had slipped and fell, he broke his nose, and subsequently passed out. While he was laying there unconscious alone in his driveway, his Apple Watch detected the fall. It went and checked on him by tapping his wrist, asking if he was there and responsive. And when he didn't answer, it had called emergency services for him, who again arrived on the scene to help him. But I loved what he said to the first responders. The first thing I asked the officer was, "How did you guys know to get here?" And he said, "Your watch sent us a message." 78-year-old Mike Yeager didn't even know that his watch had this ability. He didn't know before the Apple Watch saved his life. Apple Watch automatically turns on these fall notifications for users over 65. And in this case, and many others, it likely saved his life. The point of all of this is, regardless of your age, gender, or where you are, Apple Watch has the potential to save your life. We've heard numerous stories across the board of Apple Watch being able to detect COVID symptoms before COVID's been diagnosed, of people being saved in car accidents, whether Apple Watch is automatically detecting a hard fall or users are able to use their Apple Watch to call emergency services when their phone has been thrown about in an accident. Their Apple Watch is still on the rest and they can use Siri or the button to physically call emergency services. There's those users that had thyroid issues detected. There are heart attacks that were detected. Even though Apple Watch can't detect heart attack, it can detect other heart issues that reveal prior or possible future heart attacks. There's so much that it can do, and it's incredible. And we love writing about these stories. We love hearing about users who themselves have been saved or have had family members that were saved thanks to wearing the Apple Watch. We hear a lot of negative news, and sometimes it's just great to hear some uplifting stories of things that could have been much worse. If you guys have any life-saving stories about Apple Watch, please share them down below in the comments or with me on Twitter at Andrew_OSU. And if you have an Apple Watch, that's great. If you want to get an Apple Watch, we put some deals down below in the description. Otherwise, stay tuned, be subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.